puerta! ¡Abre, cabrón!
Angelo. Señor Angelo.
No, Juanita. I'm too tired. I said tired. Not tired of you, just tired.
Want to buy, Signor Angelo?
Aztec dagger. For human sacrifice. Where did you get it?
My boyfriend.
Where did you steal it from?
Paco do not steal. He find.
Where?
None of your business. But he find more. Very pretty, too. Very, very pretty.
Well, I'm bad business right now. I've only got $20 between me and starvation. What is this?
Nada de nada, señor Angelo.
De Havilland Bookkeeping. Angelo, hi. What can I do for you? Money hassles? I'll pass you on to Mrs. de Havilland.
De Havillands. Bolder. A cheerful statement of importance, and bigger. I want the author's name to leap out, okay?
Mrs. de Havilland. Cartagena.
Pass it on to my office.
Well, I'll be there. The big boss herself. For a run-of-the-mill bookkeeping mistake.
No such thing in the mill I'm running. Didn't you receive our last letter?
Which one was that?
The one saying you're fired. I also had the office forward your plane fare. If it doesn't get you home, at least it'll pay for your booze.
Maureen, why is it you always sound like someone who just peed in your jacuzzi?
I'm working deadlines here. In 4 months, you only scratched out 2 manuscripts, and the agreement was for 6. I can't afford to have my associates suspect that I'm financing my ex-husband's vacation in paradise.
Your ex-husband was sent to write the history of the conquistadors, the weekly installments. Why didn't you just stab in the back?
You had talent before you went to drink.
All I needed was one look at you to sober up.
Let me guess. I bet your wife fired you at last, right?
She trampled my pride. That's what she did. You can't take a third-class hack like me and turn him into a bookworm. No offense. Because without you, I'd still be scribbling on my first manuscript.
Not that my help got you very far.
Well, got me. Allows a one-way plane ticket at least. Look at this. Not even for New York. Italy.
All the way to Italy? Well, that must have cost him more money. Why the generosity?
You're sending me back to my place of origin. Back to Mom. But I'll be damned if I let that bitch lock me up like this.
That means you're gonna cash in the plane ticket and stay, right?
I've got plans. Great plans. This is gonna finance one of the juiciest drinking sprees in the history of frustrated mankind.
He who drinks without joy remains thirsty.
Go to hell.
Money from New York?
Yeah. The plane left without me.
Now you can buy my knife.
Why don't I just buy you? Bonita. Do you have any idea how much your lover boy stuff is worth? 30, maybe $40,000.
Dios mío. Paco very jealous, Senor Angelo. You asked for a big cut. If he know you do this for me, he kill you. Then he kill me.
No, he kill you. I'm all in this for the dinero.
A fisherman's dream, senor. To net a Spanish treasure.
It's because I pray and Santa Maria answer me.
See?
Did you fish this too?
Oh, no, senor. I find it in the box with all the rest.
Maybe you can sell it too.
Maybe. But you gotta let me have it for a while.
You can't imagine what you've come across. This is Nicueza's diary. Now, if it was found here in Colombia, it means Nicueza took another route. You've just rewritten history. Congratulations.
Thank you. Big deal.
What, is it possible you don't understand the finer implications?
Nicueza. There you are, Professor.
Yeah. Thank you, Maria. And thank you, yeah. Uh-huh. 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 I was right. Balboa was plotting Nicueza's downfall. With the help of his allies at Darien, he sent Nicueza and his clique back to Hispaniola about a caravel that was poorly rigged. And the vessel was never sighted again. Do you understand what that means?
No.
It means that Nicueza, instead of heading north, like is reported in this book, sailed east and then down the coast, and that's how these lovely objects found their way to Colombia.
Look, spare me the ancient history. Just tell me how I can set up a deal.
His name is Heinrich Holtzman. Emeralds like you've never seen. He's got the largest private collection of pre-Columbian gold.
Is he the paying kind?
When he's buying. But he's not going to look at your stuff. Peddling state treasures is illegal.
Oh, and up, is he?
He's personally responsible for the physical elimination of about 80,000 gypsies. In his youth, he was known as the Butcher of Treblinka.
Is there any way to approach this gentleman?
maybe. Through an antique dealer.
Okay. Here you go.
Listen, if you're going to play the American tourist, you can buy me another drink.
Catch!
We found him in the lagoon, but he was dead before he hit the water. A heart attack. They tortured him.
Torture.
Yes. The work of professionals.
That doesn't make sense.
A friend?
He was the kindest man on earth.
People like him are very hard to find, senor.
Señor.
Head Angelo.
Your horseman's expecting you.
Every last piece has been photographed and catalogued. Yes, the state is fully aware of its existence, its value. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But I love to touch, to lay my hands to it, run my fingers over the contours. We do not put beautiful women in museums. Why should we store away our treasures? What did you say your friend's name was again?
Alonso Quintero. But he wasn't going to deal with you directly. He mentioned an antique dealer of your trust.
Your friend misinformed you. I don't trust anyone. Mr. Angelo will be on his way now.
still can't help thinking I'm responsible.
Who's holding the collection?
He thought I was. He went through torture, poor man.
Maybe he was killed for an entirely different reason.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I'd still be wandering through the library like a lost child if it hadn't been for him.
You're a writer too?
I'm preparing a thesis. White slavery in the reign of Isabel the Catholic.
Sounds fascinating.
You're lucky you said that.
Are you sure it was the same day I went to the library?
Positive. I gave him a lift that day. This is where he asked me to drop him off. I took off and didn't see whether he went into the shop or not.
Was he holding some old book?
Yes, a diary. Where's his diary? He showed it to me. He was so excited. I'd never seen him so happy. Do you think the antique dealer's involved?
I'll soon find out.
Well, maybe I ought to go with you. What if you're going to need a witness?
Take my advice. Stay out of this. Señor. Buenos días. Christ. Who did you steal that collection from?
From nobody, senor.
2 people were killed. One who was my best friend.
I swear, I fish it from the water, senor.
That stuff has never been in the water. Where did you find it?
On the mountain, senor.
You're trying to kill me. Just get it over with.
No, senor. You're very strong. It's not so easy when you carry marimba.
They pay good money for smuggling.
Si, senor. It's big business. The whole world smoke marijuana. They're better than coffee beans.
I thought you were a fisherman.
See, we all fishing for money. This is where I hurt my foot. The others, they robbed me, and they leave me here to die. But a storm comes, and then I look for someplace to hide. Senor, this is the cave. Nothing else here. I only find the treasure.
There's a draft.
It's hollow. It looks like a door. A ship! A ship, senor. A ship. Noah's Ark.
Century curve. Nigueza's ship.
What is it doing in a mountain? Let's go. Senor Angelo, you tell me what we see up there. You tell me.
Money, Paco, money. A big heaping pile of it. Either that or trouble if we don't play our cards right.
What you want me to do?
To start with, I want you to keep your mouth shut. Not a word of this to anybody, not even to Wendy.
No?
Oh, señor García. Las llaves. $201. El señor García.
Escapa, escapa, they kill you.
Garcia, no?
Señor Angelo, una propina.
¡Hijo de puta!
wind up in a cave?
It didn't wind up. The spaceship is the cave. It probably got stuck in the mountain when it crashed.
Keep still. Those men who tried to kill you, they knew about the spaceship?
Why else would they kill Quintero and the antique dealer? They're guarding a secret.
But how did they know the collection came from the cave?
They must have intercepted the diary I gave to Quintero.
Well, then they know about the caravel.
Yeah. They know it's inside the spaceship, that it belonged to Nicuesa, and that it's been there 500 years.
Gracias, Nanny. Why are they so keen on keeping such earth-shaking news a secret, to the point of killing people?
Horseman could have answered that before he got packed away in salt.
See? It's New York.
Oh.
World television.
Bob? Ted Angelo here. Listen carefully, keep your wallet ready. I got a story for you. UFOs really exist.
Hi, Ted. How's the local firewater?
Listen to me. 5 centuries ago, an alien spaceship intercepted a boat ferry conquistadors from Panama to Hispaniola. It was Nicuesa's boat. The spaceship scooped it up and then accidentally crashed into a mountain when it remained trapped for the next 500 years. It's still there. This is no bullshit. You can see it. Skeleton is and all.
Have you fallen in love with that small town whore who told you that tale?
No, I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. I went inside a flying saucer. Send the team down to Cartagena and make sure they're good and well equipped. This isn't a pipe dream. It's the hottest scoop of the century. There is even someone trying to kill me to keep it under wraps.
All right. You're not drunk. You haven't eaten any strange mushrooms. What's this cock and bull story going to cost me?
100,000.
That all? No kidding. All right.
Where do you want me to send?
Hotel Caribe. I'll handle it from there.
We're playing with fire going back up there.
I'll be playing with fire wherever I go. I've seen too much. They're gonna try putting me in a tight-fitting box. A fitting box for 2. If I stay here any longer.
Try and see if you can walk.
El Senor Barclay?
That's me.
Senor Angelo is waiting for you. Come, I show you.
Where?
Not far. I show you.
What's all the mystery?
Afraid of competition? Isn't this supposed to be the scoop of the century?
People have been found hundreds of miles away. Just like that. From 1 minute to the next. Without any logical explanation. How about that bomber formation that vanished into thin air over Nevada? And the Bermuda Triangle? That's where Nicuesa's ship was last sighted.
The one inside the flying saucer, huh?
The one that was here for the last 500 years?
Yeah, that's the one. Flying saucers have been around for centuries. Pliny saw them in 83 AD. But there was already talk in the Old Testament. You remember those references in flaming chariots in Sunday school?
Noah, right? The same guy who invented wine.
I see. The boss told you I'm a drink.
Sponge.
Deep in Peru, in the Amazon plateau, the Incas dug trenches hundreds of yards long. Seen on the ground, they are perfectly meaningless. just a lot of hard work for no reason. But from the sky, they take on the shape of a bird with open wings, like a sacred message. Considering there are no mountains around, who were the Incas communicating with, huh?
Oiga, come back here! Ow!
The kid was hungry. I gave him $1. How'd you two guys meet?
Oh, my wife. My almost wife. She worked in Angelo Hotel.
Ah. Does she know about the spaceship, too?
Oh, no, senor. Senor Angelo said, keep mouth shut.
Here's looking at Senor Angelo.
Bust.
Soldiers, welcome to cocaine country. We run into a lot of them. Your papers. This Jeep, you rent?
That's right.
Out.
What's inside?
Television equipment.
Mm-hmm. Open up.
Thomas Barkley, San Francisco, Theodore Angelo, New York.
Okay, stand by.
Hey, so I'm on television.
Not yet, man.
What's in there?
Lights.
Open it. Now that one.
Senor Angelo.
Yes?
You come here. You're under arrest, Senor Angelo.
Why? What for?
The order come in from radio.
What order? For what?
For murder, senor. 2 murders.
But that's not true.
You can tell that to my security.
What the hell are you doing?
You're accused of murdering the professor and the antique dealer. The news report said there was strong evidence against you. Details are being withheld until captured.
Even a murderer. What next?
If they weren't working for World Television, who were those men?
Whoever they were professionals. As much you can tell.
Your friend Bob said. You think he's Secret Service too?
I think Bob knows when to censor classified information.
Why the cover-up? What's there to hide?
Did you ever hear a politician talk about flying saucers?
U.S. citizen. He is responsible for the double murders committed in the city of Cartagena. He is still at large. Inspector Roberto Veja, in charge of the investigation, says that the fugitive is still in the county. Anyone providing information leading to the criminal's arrest will be rewarded. Absolute discretion guaranteed. Dial Cartagena for 212 or for 213. Tragedy on the Sierra Nevada today. A military truck with 4 soldiers and a junior officer flew off the road and into a canyon. There were no survivors. Police authorities blame the accident on a mechanical breakdown.
They would, wouldn't they?
Moscow celebrated the
Secret
7th
Service, the army, they're all in on it.
the Russian Revolution today.
You know what that
An
means?
epic peace parade down Red Square.
I'll never reach prison alive if they catch me.
As on all official occasions, the who's who of the Soviet regime was on hand to enjoy the show. Since early morning, eager citizens gathered to watch the spectacular event. A large and well-disciplined crowd. Slogans and folk songs accompanied the grand parade.
Wait a minute.
And the people applauded as their flag
The Russian
passed
embassy in
through the
Bogota.
sky.
That will blow the lid on this.
Right. Once the Russians break the news about the UFO, what will the CIA care about you?
You got the idea?
What's the matter, Ted?
That man. I saw him before. I saw him on the island. He's the man who came to visit Osman.
A Russian?
Yeah. And a pretty important one, too. Judging by the company he keeps.
The Russians are involved too? Guinness?
It's room service. Fresh this morning, senora. Es muy sabrosa.
Thank you. You think he recognized you?
CIA, KGB. This is an undercover war.
This space wreck is really causing quite a stir.
The technology in that wreck could save humanity 2,000 years of research. Most of it military.
How did that Nazi Holtzman and the Colombians fit in?
Muffed. The ship is in the Sierras. Their territory. They are selling to the highest bidder. God, what a mess I got myself into.
We got ourselves into. Do you want a beer?
A farmer claimed that 3 flying saucers landed on his property for a half-hour visit. The news sent shock ripples through the community until it was later discovered that the farmer had just recently been released from an institution for the mentally insane.
It's the last thing on earth I feel like doing. But I have no choice.
Oh, Ted, a murderer. He would know which way to pull the trigger.
Will you help him get out of Colombia?
Sure. What do you want me to do?
Well, first and foremost, not a word to anyone.
All right, Wednesday, I'll be there. Oh, and by the way, how are you two getting along?
Let's say we're just friends. For the moment.
Morning.
Good morning. You should have given her more time. 2 days isn't an awful lot to find a boat and come all the way down here on her own.
Maureen's efficient as a machine.
Is that why you left her?
I met Maureen when I published my first novel. I thought I'd struck gold. She insisted on designing the cover. Being the boss's daughter, she got her way. But let me tell you, did she know the business? The book was a smash success. Our marriage, a crash failure. So I wrote a second book. But it did even worse than our marriage. Somehow, I can't help thinking she's responsible. That she programmed my downfall the same way she launched me. Efficiently.
And since then, you've preferred your women fat and lazy.
You're pretty efficient, too.
Why should I trust an Italian rogue?
Why should I shake up with some English lord's daughter with a bug for Spanish history?
I've had to watch out for myself since I was 12 years old.
Did your parents divorce?
A car accident.
Sorry.
I was forced to make my own decisions from an early age.
So?
Well, when I see what I like, I make damn sure I get it.
Yes?
Maureen, it's Dad. Everything ready?
I've been ready since this morning. Where are you?
San Fermin. How long will it take you to get here?
Before dark with this boat I found.
You got someone to captain it?
Yeah, I've hired a sailor. He's been there several times from Florida.
Oh, what is he, a drug runner?
No, he's not a drug runner.
Just the same, don't tell him where the exact rendezvous is until you're on the way. Okay? Remember, Punta Tyrona, the inlet.
So, off to Punta Tyrona?
No, it's too soon. What do you say we mingle with the crowd? It's safe.
Russian?
Let me think about it.
Señor, no se puede, no. No se puede, señor.
This just can't be true.
Todo el mundo está de fiesta, todo el mundo está de fiesta, todo el mundo está de fiesta. Todo el mundo está de fiesta, todo el mundo está de fiesta. Esto es loco.
a robot.
You think that's going to improve the situation? Built a machine like that?
Not even the Japanese.
Well, someone must have made him.
Nobody on Earth, that's for sure. This thing is from another planet.
Carried over by a UFO?
Yeah. The governments are already in contact with the aliens. But us regular folks aren't supposed to know. And that explains why, despite all their radar and satellites, neither the Americans or the Russians have ever officially spotted the UFO. You won't believe what I'm going to tell you.
I see you've been having fun.
It's been hard enough staying alive.
Okay, Jose.
Bueno, señora.
You're losing your touch, Maureen. You're just as trusting as that fool you married.
Don't be so modest. You've managed to make quite a nuisance of yourself. I had plenty of reasons to kill you when you were my husband. I never thought I would do it now.
Are you out of your mind?
Why?
UFOs don't exist because none has ever fallen. You had the misfortune of coming across the one and only.
You two are just like Bob. Only, how do you fit into the conspiracy? Why shouldn't the people know we are in contact with the extraterrestrials? And why are the extraterrestrials keeping it a secret?
They made them. Didn't they?
I told them they were all brawn and no brains.
Told who? Told who?
Here's one last token of my appreciation, Ted.
We were here before you Earthlings learned how to babble. We need your planet. It contains a rare element that's indispensable to our spaceships. For 12,000 years, ever since we began exploring this solar system, your Earth has been our last supply stop. For centuries, we've had no problems. You were few and stupid, but then you multiplied. Your civilizations developed. Your ships began to explore even the most distant shores. Avoiding you became impossible. Your evolution was a threat, so we took measures. As you've seen with mutants, we have been infiltrating your ranks for centuries. We govern you. Every key position on your Earth is occupied by one of us. We influence your decisions. We're the ones who are really in control. And when the time comes, we'll be the ones to push the button.
Where is Maureen? What did you do to her?
She's right here. You're looking at her, sugar. You still taste good, Ted. I am partial to your flavor. They'll find you. You don't stand a chance.
This is sensational, Ted Angelo. Too bad it'll never get published.
Let me finish it first, one step at a time. Don't forget that I saw the one and only. The truth has fallen. Maybe one day, another will fall right in the middle of Times Square in New York. And the world will know.